Hello, beloved. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you're navigating this Christmas season well and checking off all the to do things off your list. I still have a few things to do. I'm not really feeling that stressed about it, but I do need to get some things in the mail and just final things. But anyway, as always, it seems to be going so quickly. I mean, we're nearing the mid mark of December. It's just crazy to me. I want to continue in our Psalm 139. We're going to do 17 and 18 today. How precious are your thoughts about me, O God? They cannot be numbered. I can't even count them. They outnumber the grains of sand. I mean, I love that because then I get that visual image of the beach. And I like the beach, any beach. I don't care which beach. I love the ocean. And when you really contemplate all that sand, and then the image is like, wow, he thinks of me even more than that. Amazing. Have you ever had someone tell you they were just thinking about you and felt all warm and fuzzy inside? There's something special about knowing you crossed someone's mind. Now imagine that the God who hung the stars thinks about you all the time, not just once in a while, but more than you could ever count. David calls God's thoughts about him precious. That word doesn't just mean valuable, but treasured. Like something you'd keep in a special place and handle with care. God doesn't just think about you, he delights in thinking about you. His thoughts towards you aren't the critical, analyzing kind. They're affectionate and warm, like a new parent watching their child sleep or a grandparent bragging about their grandkids. Think about what goes through your mind every day. Your morning coffee, that text you need to send, the conversation you had yesterday, your plans for the weekend, someone you're worried about. Your brain's constantly buzzing with thoughts. Now imagine this. God's thoughts about you are far more than that. While you're mentally juggling a dozen different things, he's focused on you with steady, unwavering love. And the best part, his thoughts about you don't just come and go, whether you're stuck in traffic, folding laundry, or scrolling half awake at night. His mind is still on you with the care of someone who treasures you deeply. The same God who thinks about you during everyday moments has already planned wonderful things for your life. Even in the ordinary, he's planning extraordinary things. While you wonder what's next, he's already weaving moments and connections to carry out his good purpose in you. God's thoughts about you aren't just loving, they're loaded with intention, full of purpose, and amazing possibilities. I love that. I love to contemplate that. And I know that to be true. Do you know that to be true in your own life? Let's reflect. How do you receive the truth that God thinks about you constantly? Does it feel too good to be true? Or does it bring you peace? How can you anchor yourself in God's truth when negative self-talk or comparison tries to take over? I had to do that several times already today. Had to remind myself, I don't need to worry about that. You've got it. You're with me. Bloop, here comes another thought. I don't need to worry about that. You're with me. When are you most tempted to forget how God sees you? How might his precious thoughts and attention comfort those lonely places in your heart? Have you considered that? We learn in Jeremiah 1:5a, before I shaped you in the womb, I knew all about you. Before you saw the light of day, I had holy plans for you. I love that. To me, that is so comforting because when I contemplate really my whole life, but specifically these last 5 years, it's been pretty incredible. And I have leaned on these scriptures because when I feel overwhelmed or unsure of the next steps, maybe entertaining thoughts of why, I'm reminded that he already had everything planned. So it's really, I find it comforting. I don't know about you. The creative response today, it's a thought collection. Fill a jar or small bowl with grains of rice or sand and label it God's thoughts towards me. Let it be a tangible reminder that God's thoughts of love, care, and purpose toward you are beyond counting and always near. Every time you catch yourself thinking a critical or worried thought about yourself, pause and say, God's thinking precious thoughts about me right now. Let this practice help you become more aware of both your thought patterns and God's constant loving attention. Have you had a time when someone sent you a message and just said, you're on my heart, just thinking about you? I have a ton, and it brings me back years ago. Bob and I were learning our love languages, and that was a really fun thing to do. And when I learned that about him, I've shared before, he was a word person. Well, that made me focus a little more on my words to him. And so oftentimes I would send him a prayer in text and like to set his day. And he would reply often, that gave me a warm fuzzy. And if you knew Bob, many of you don't, I know, but that's just a very soft thing to come from him. But that's the truth. Or he'd send me songs a lot. And I treasured those then and now. So anyway, yeah, that's one of the things that came to mind. And then many times, there are significant people in my life who just at the right time reach out with, I'm thinking of you. And it really means so much, especially over these last couple of years. So, yeah, that's my gift for you today. Happy Friday.